Oh, I wish it was Kind Hearts and Coronets. The sequel to School Rocks, How to Polish Them. Marvin Glock? That guy's name doesn't play by the rules. Penalty, jump cut.
Rules in action.
Shoes for the dead.
Rules that keep things going smoothly and fairly.
Rules that make this guy feel like a big shot.
Rules that help us get where we're going. Help us work together and play together and live together. Of course, in small groups, we sometimes get along without rules.
These boys are nihilists.
When many of us play together, rules make the game.
Including the new and sensible rule that dogs cannot play human sports. I mean, it's just common sense.
Rules help us play fair with each other, so all can enjoy the game. Rules that apply equally to all.
Except narrators, of course.
It's up to each one of us to know the rules and follow them.
Prison break!
And we can each take part in making the rules more fair and more useful.
Each of us can bribe the referee.
Inside our school, we also have rules for fair play and for getting along together. In our library, for example.
There's a 2-drink minimum.
Here, many of us use the same books and reference materials. So we have set up rules to help make the library a good place to study and read.
And hog the one computer.
And to help all of us use the books more fairly. Of course, at times, some of us have trouble with the rules.
Like this little weenie here.
You have a book out overdue, and it's already been renewed once. I can't let you take out another until you bring that book back.
Oh, sure you can.
Check again, Toots.
Look, I need that book, and this one too, for an assignment. Now just let me take it out and
marry me.
I'll bring it back next week.
No, I can't. It's the rule.
Yes, it's the rule. But John needed the book. And he wanted Betty to make an exception to the rule.
And he's a boy.
Of course, she could not make an exception. But she suggested that John take his problem to the principal.
All right, I will.
But Yelp is going to hear about this.
So John came to see me, to ask me to make an exception in his case.
Kid's got stones.
What should we tell people who want exceptions to the rules?
I accept PayPal?
How can we show them that exceptions are unfair, that they spoil the game?
Just like that, maybe?
That's it. They spoil the game.
Think about baseball. Just think about
when
baseball.
When you strike out in baseball, would it be fair to ask for an exception for another strike?
Kennesaw Mountain Landis says no.
When you're in a hurry to get somewhere, you still wait at red lights. You know that exceptions would not be fair.
But they'd be fun to watch.
Just imagine having an exceptioner in the library to decide that one person doesn't have to bring books back, but another one does. Would this be fair?
I don't know. Does it benefit me?
Would it be fair to make exceptions and excuse some people from paying fines while making other people pay?
You just described the government.
Well, John finally agreed that rules must apply to everyone.
So I let him go.
That exceptions are unfair.
So he's off the hook.
The rules are pretty important after all.
Boys will be boys. Off with you.
The rules are so important that we go to a lot of trouble to remind everyone of the rules. We post bulletins that remind us of the rules about fire drills, where to go and what to do, about school activities,
poster contest,
what they do and how they operate, about safety on the streets near our school.
It's a marketing campaign for Cars 3.
Rules for living together.
Rules for blackjack and off-track betting.
We have hall guards to remind us of our traffic rules in the halls.
Slow down, Justin Bieber.
Our teachers are always glad to answer questions about the rules.
A little too glad.
Yes, most of the time we remember and respect the rules. But sometimes
this kid shows up.
Some of us have problems because of not knowing the rules or forgetting them.
I ate my dog's homework.
Mr. Blackwell sent me from gym class. I didn't know we were supposed to bring gym shoes to class today. We've been having a class outdoors
In the nude?
until today.
Didn't Mr. Blackwell tell the class to bring gym shoes?
Well, I must have been absent that day.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Absent or not listening very carefully?
You're going down hard, son.
Alvin, whose job is it to see that you know the rules?
The governor? I don't know.
Sit down. What could I say? How could I show Alvin his responsibility? How do you convince people that they must learn the rules?
Prison?
Suppose you are watching a game of work-up baseball. Say you've never played it, but you'd like to try.
This is a very specific
How would
fantasy.
you go about learning the rules these fellows use? You'd watch for a while, wouldn't you?
And I'd watch you watch. Real nice, that's it.
If someone caught a fly and traded places with the batter, well, then you'd have some idea of one of the rules.
No girls.
And you could look to see where the bases were. They might be just like regular baseball, or perhaps not.
Maybe they're made out of ham, I don't know.
Then if you were given a chance to play, you'd ask some questions. Questions about the rules,
Can I just buy a trophy from you?
and then you'd play. And you'd have fun by playing by the rules.
Alvin? Alvin, are you breathing? Oh, God, call the nurse.
Now suppose you're in school on your way to a new class. Whenever you come into a new situation, you watch for rules. So, as you enter shop class for the first time, you look around.
What's that smell?
You see workbenches, quite a few of them. You'll probably be assigned to one, and it'll be up to you to keep it neat and take care of the tools there.
Carve Zoso in it.
One bandsaw and a rule.
Go ahead and grab the blade.
Whenever many people use the same thing, rules are necessary.
Except YouTube.
Well, how do you get permission? You ask and find out.
May I please slice
That's
my
another
finger
way
off?
to learn the rules. Look around you. Read. Watch. Ask questions. You can learn the rules if you try.
There is no try. Do or do not.
Well, Alvin seemed to understand that it was his responsibility to learn the rules. And he promised to bring his gym shoes the next day.
Oh, who's the exceptioner now?
You know, it's worth remembering. When we don't know the rules, or if we forget them, it's just as unfair to others as if we broke the rules on purpose.
Ah! What are
Now,
you?
Ernie, he's one of our hall guards. He'd been waiting to see me because he had another question about rules.
Help me understand the zoning code.
Well, we're having trouble on the west stairway. You see, that's supposed to be up only.
First world
But
problem.
at certain times of the day, there's hardly anyone around the halls, and it's handy for some to come down the west stairs. I feel silly telling them not to, but I'm supposed to enforce the rules.
Anyway, can I have a gun?
Well, Mr. Taylor, the hall guards just don't know what to do.
Get out, now.
Well, perhaps that stairway isn't as congested as it was when our traffic rules were set up. Maybe they need changing.
Would you change the rule, Mr. Taylor? That might help.
Well, that's not my rule to change, Ernie.
It comes from the Bible.
Don't you remember the student committee planned the hall traffic program?
You need to bribe them.
But you might like to study the problem, talk it over with the other hall guards, and then make suggestions to the student committee.
That's a good idea. We'll do that. Thank you.
Not at all. That's another important thing to remember about rules.
They're meaningless
They're set up
constructs.
to meet a need. And we can each take part in changing them if changes are needed. How are rules made?
By those in power?
Our school board here in town makes some rules. After all, the parents hold them responsible for making this a good
The
school.
theme of this year's homecoming dance is rules.
Our state government makes some overall rules for schools to give each one of us a fair chance to learn.
Someday Common Core will ruin all of this forever.
And we, through our own student representatives, make some of the rules too. They help us find ways of making our life in school smoother and more pleasant, and fair for all.
I propose free breakfast buffet for kids in pink striped shirts.
Our rules apply equally to all, with no exceptions.
Unless you come talk to me.
That is part of making them fair.
You happy now, you book Nazi?
Each one of us has the responsibility of learning the rules and remembering to follow them.
Or just chatting up the principal when you forget.
And we can work together to make better rules when we need them.
It's my hallway now,
And to
bitches.
use our rules to help make living at school more happy and worthwhile for all.
Alternately, you could just appoint an ethics committee stripped of any real investigative or reporting agency and then disregard any rules that you find inconvenient. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, there's two major ways you can support me. You can subscribe and share and like here on YouTube, and you can head on over to Patreon and consider making even a small pledge to my campaign. It's a new year, 2017, and I've got lots of cool surprises coming up, including a major announcement very soon. That's it for now. Bye.